Okay, I believe we are live. I wanted to bring my other phone to double check while I was streaming, but I didn't. Yay, it happens, it happens. So today, here's what we're doing. We're making this. This is a little plate. I have about 10 of these. You might be like, why are you making more if you already have 10 of these that I haven't fired and I haven't glazed? Well, because as you can see, I let them go too dry before trimming a foot ring on here. So I'm probably gonna throw these out. My mom said she could use them for like planters, you know, because it doesn't matter if it's not super polished because it's just for the planter, but I don't know. I'll probably recycle the clay. So we have like 10 or 11 of these pre-wedged balls of clay. I wedged them a while back, so I hope that they're still good. I don't know if wedging is bad, but I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure it will be just fine. All right, prepare for some noise. I'm gonna turn this on just to test if it's working. Okay, it is working. As you can see, this is full of crap, and I should probably take this out before I start, but I'm not gonna do that. But okay, last item of business before I start is, of course, addressing the fact that in this live stream's thumbnail, you can see that I said that I was gonna do this on Sunday, and today is what? Today's Monday. I know, I'm sorry. That's because I am a little liar and have a hard time keeping to commitments, you know? That's just a fact about me, not much I can do about it, but hey, I'm here now, and that's what matters. Let's see, I probably have to go in like 35, 45 minutes. So let's see how many of these we can get through. I'm them even though I do want them to match. That's because I'm a little bit #arrogant. And I think if I just start with the same amount of clay and sort of like vibe measure as I go, I'm gonna like be okay. And who knows? Who knows if I will or won't be okay. But you know, it is what it is. I think I'll make it work. And if they don't match, they don't match, and that's just what it is. I probably won't be talking a lot while I'm throwing, but hopefully it will be what you need nonetheless. Just some like chill, doing something together time. You can do something while I do this, you know? Can you guys hear the songbird? You can. Okay. Ooh, great start. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's try that again. Hello, welcome. I'm throwing some ceramic plates. This clay is a little bit harder than I would like, but we're gonna make it work. I should have brought my sleeves up before I started. So now I have to do it like this. Okay, we made it, we made it. Ah, you were speaking Russian or some sort of Cyrillic alphabet thing. Unfortunately, I do not speak or read that language, so I don't know what you're saying. I think I have to turn this up a bit, even though it's already pretty fast. I'm ripping it off the wheel. Okay, stop. Go back to there. I think it's because it's so hard that I'm having a hard time coning this. Let's try to be a little bit more assertive with it and see where that gets us. Wow. I guess this is because I wedged it and then I left it for a lot of days. And I mean, I left it in a bag, to be fair to me, you know? I'm not totally crazy, but clearly that wasn't enough to keep this in a nice wedged condition. I mean, Okay, we're making progress. I'm just really having to use a lot of strength to do this, but hey, it's okay. We might get through like 2, but hey, that's okay. It's not about how slow you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius said that. The Tumblr developers many years later. I really should try to wedge that bottom part. But what if I just don't? Because you know, it's a plate. I don't need that to come up. Wow, this clay's so hard. Because you see how there's this like ball part and then it flares out into this little skirt? I really kind of want to get that clay up and moving, but I don't think it will be possible because it's so hard and difficult to wedge. Not difficult to wedge, I guess I'm not wedging right now, but you know, poorly wedged, I guess is what I meant to say. Or like, it's not that it's poorly wedged, it just dried out too much. But still, we're getting some decent cones out of it. This is a good cone. I'm not unhappy with that. Oh, it's ripping, it's ripping. I'm doing a bad job, I'm doing a bad job. Okay. Now it's less centered than it was before I did that. Great. You know what? I'm gonna call this enough. I'm just gonna recenter it. That's not centered. Okay, let me cone up and down one more time. And then I'm gonna try really hard not to fuck it up when bringing it down, which is a classic thing I tend to do. Maybe I'll speed the wheel up more as I bring it down. That could help. How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty bad. My mom's in the hospital. I got a job, I got a pay cut at my job, and it wasn't a huge pay cut. It was a huge pay cut at first, and then I went to my boss and I was like, excuse me, WTF? And she was like, okay, fine, I'll argue for you that you should not have this random ass pay cut. And then she was able to negotiate me back to like $5 less than I was making before, which like isn't bad, you know? It was gonna be $15 less before. Ah, look at what I just did. Classic, classic. Okay, I think I can just slam it down and keep it going. I did not expect this clay to be this difficult to work with, but shows you what I know. Not a lot. Oh my god, I'm ripping it apart again. Stop. Be good. Please. I swear I'm usually better at ceramics than this, but also don't be fooled. Not much better at ceramics than this. Just a little bit better than this. But we're making it work. We're making it work. So a pretty nice little ball. I'm gonna try to well, maybe I should speed it up. Let's speed it up. I'm gonna try to gently cone this again without ripping it this time. Okay. Okay, good enough, good enough. We have to move on. We're working on this one for too long. Let's just go ahead and I'm trying to make this more centered by just ripping out whatever isn't centered. Come on, be centered. That's not centered at all. Come on. I know you want to be centered. Please. Nope. I would not call that centered. Okay, okay. It's not even getting better, is the thing that sucks. Okay, that felt good. Nope. That didn't center it. I'm trying to think of like different centering techniques I've seen people do. Oh, this one's a good one. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, the bottom, well, no. I can't say that's more centered. You either push against it or you pull against it. And you try to keep your hand really still, and that centers it. But as you can see, that's not working. You know what? No, I can do better than this. Okay, what's the one where you go like this? Okay, I'm gonna try to go like this. Okay, the top is a little bit more centered. The bottom's still not centered. Okay, let me try this again. That's less centered. Oh my god. Nightmare. Yep, more centered again. Great. Why am I doing such a bad job at this? But hey, it's okay. I do think part of it is because I'm nervous to do it live. But it's okay to do things badly, everyone. Remember, doing something badly is the first step to doing something. So it's okay that I'm doing a pretty bad job at this. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to try coning it up and down again. Okay, this is actually more centered, right? Like, it's getting better. Look, this is centered enough for me. Is it perfectly centered? No, but it's centered enough for me. So now I'm gonna try to bring it without knocking it off center, which, trust me, I'm bad at. So everyone get ready. Okay, now it's a ball again. And hey, it's not perfectly centered, but it's more centered than what we started with. So I'm just gonna keep going. Now I'm gonna smush the ball down. And basically open it up. Try not to let it get too crazy off-centered, but no promises. Yeah, that's already pretty off-centered. We might just do this one, just because, like, it's not working very well. There's a really thick patch on this wall over here. I want to fix it. And you know why that's happening? Because it's not properly centered. This isn't really what I wanted to make. Oh, it's ripping. Great. Great. Alright, let's just take the L on this. You know, sometimes part of life is just taking the L on stuff that's not working. Hey, you got here at a perfect time. We're just restarting because this isn't working. I'm gonna see if any of these are like more soft than the rest. So this one's really hard. They are basically all... Oh, this one's the softest one. Let's see what we can make out of this. Okay, here we go. Alright, already going better than the last one. Okay, don't lose control though. Okay, I'll try to push it back down. Hi, can I have a shout out? Shout out Oliver James 2210. Ah, shit. No, it's okay, it's okay. I'm making it work. I'm making it work. No one panic. Okay. See, already this is going a lot better than the other one, but I think we're really only going to be able to make one plate. My plan was to make like 10, but hey, you live and you learn. Part of life is not being too attached to results. You know, we came, I did the thing, I did the live, we hung out, maybe that's enough. And I don't need 10 plates on top of that, you know what I mean? Okay, now let's pull it down. Is that centered? Not really, but centered-ish. Okay, okay. I'm gonna push it down into like a sort of disc shape. See, this is what I wanted to do last time, but I couldn't even get it into this disc shape because it was too hard, the clay. Okay, so now let's bring it down. I'm gonna bring the clay out. Well, first I'm gonna get some water, and now I'm gonna bring the clay out. Wait, let me turn down the speed a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's do that again. I can tell that there's like pieces of the clay in there that are like harder than the rest of the clay, and it's not all the same like texture. And my first instinct is to like try to push against it, right? But I'm realizing that that's not what I have to do. I have to just like actually pull off and do it a little bit at a time. Because if I try to push against it, I'm only gonna make the problem worse. Okay, honestly, this one's turning out kind of good. It's too bad I'm only gonna be able to make this one. Okay. I think this is good in terms of how far out it is. I just think it should be a little bit flatter, more plate-like than bowl-like. It's like a tall, small plate, which you might be like, isn't that basically a bowl? And in some ways it is, and in some ways it's not. Life is complicated like that. But okay, I think this is it. She's done. Let me wire it off. And let's compare. Where's our example plate? This is the example plate. This is the plate we made. The example plate, you can see it's a little bit bigger, right? Well, yeah, it's like a hair bigger, and the foot on the example plate is also smaller compared to the foot on this plate. You see how that's bigger? But I like the bigger foot more. I think it ends up with like more balanced proportions overall. So I'm happy with the big foot. Let me put this here. And yeah, if you check all of these. No, 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 no. This one's really hard. Look at that. I can't even indent it. Yeah, I can't do it with that. Like, compare it to this one, which is a little bit softer. You see how much easier it is to indent? That's how it should be. Well, this one could be throwable. Should I throw another one? What time is it? Let's throw another one and then we'll call it. Well, honestly, no, let's not. Just because these aren't going to turn out the way I want them to. So I guess I'm going to have to Google how to soften this without just making it a total slushy. I might just have to just recycle all of this and just take the L. You know? Sometimes I take L's, you know? It's okay. Maybe next time I'll make a vase. I feel like that's a little bit more flashy for stream. But yeah, let's end the stream here. Let me just clean my hands a little bit so I can touch my computer without making a mess. Thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks to everyone who liked. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. Thanks to everyone who commented. And thanks to everyone who thought about doing any of those things but ended up not doing them. Hey, at least you thought about it, you know? And yeah, like and subscribe. I'm gonna be going live again at some point at the end of the week, probably on Saturday. Promises, because I love breaking my own promises, but I believe it is time to read another chapter or like a little bit more of Damsel in Distress by P.G. Wodehouse, which I've been reading on live for a while now. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. And remember to like and subscribe. Okay, bye-bye.